We got some things to talk about today, people. Yes, Lord. What the hell? All right, we got some things to talk about. Should put it on sport mode. There we go. Okay. If you read the title of the video, we are talking about the Motown legend, no other than himself, Mr. Smokey Robinson. Everybody know who Smokey Robinson is, but I have some issues with what's going on. First of all, they got R. Kelly, which we know he did it, but me personally, I feel as though R. Kelly is not the only one that should be locked up. It should be them parents that pimp their children out for money. You got Diddy. Did he do it? Hell yeah, he did it. But most of it was probably voluntary, but that's a whole different story. Lately, you got Shannon Sharp. Do I think that he did that to that woman? No. Do I think that he really messed around with dudes and all of this is just one big show to take the attention off of what he's really doing with these guys? Yes. But I just ran across this story a couple of days ago, and I didn't talk about it. And it just came back up in my news feed over and over again. So I'm going to talk about it. Smokey Robinson. Smokey Robinson is literally 90 years old. Or he's 86 or something. Anyway, we're going to round it up. The man is 90 years old. Smokey Robinson. He has 4 female accusers that were living in his home. These accusers are suing for $50 million apiece. Now, keep that number in your head, $50 million. When it first started with Diddy, the number was $50 million. When it first came out with R. Kelly back then, and even the latest cases, it started at $50 million. Shannon Sharp was going to sign a deal the day after he got accused. The day before he was supposed to sign his deal, he got accused of SA, which again, this female is suing for $50 million. Now, Smokey Robinson, this 90-year-old man, these 4 women who were living in his home are accusing him of SA. They suing for $50 million apiece. What is up with the $50 million, man? Like, seriously, $50 million. This is my thing about this, and I'm not saying that it's right. If something happens to a woman or a man or whatever it is, if it's not consensual, I feel as though the person who has done something should face consequences. But we are talking about Smokey Robinson, 90-year-old man. It don't matter if he was a star or a regular person, but let me get into a little bit of detail. These 4 women were living in his house as so-called, I don't know if they were live-in maids or whatever you want to call them, but they were living in his house. They are accusing him of SA, said tens of thousands of times over the past 20 years. Mind you, again, he's 90 years old. They are accusing him of SA tens of thousands of times over the past 20 years, with the most recent assaults happening within the past year. Said it's been hundreds of times within the past year that he has SA'd all of them. And on some occasions said that he SA'd all 4 of them at the same time. Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but how can a 90-year-old man, even if he was 19 years old, how can a 90-year-old man SYOLY assault 4 women at the same time? Does he have 4 pairs of arms? Does he have 4 dangalangs? You mean to tell me a 90-year-old man could take the coup de cat of 4 women at the same time, even individually? He's 90 years old. You can literally blow in his direction and knock his old ass over. $50 million apiece, said that it happened tens of thousands of times within the past 20 years, and over the past year said happened hundreds of times. Said also, the lawyer that spoke for them said that they were only getting paid less than minimum wage. Said they were getting paid $6 an hour. Now, again, I'm not the smartest man in the world, but what person, what individual in their right mind, I don't care if you are a legal citizen or an illegal alien or a crackhead, what person in their right mind, especially works for a celebrity and only makes $6 an hour? You stayed for 20 years? So you were assaulted for over 20 years and you stayed? Why didn't you leave after the first time? Now, I'll see if you was getting paid $20,000 a week and you trying to milk the man for all the money that you can. Even if you was getting paid $20,000 a week, it's still wrong. And I don't know no person that's going to stay and be great. 20 years. You saying for 20 years, all four of y'all stayed in this man's house. Y'all were only getting paid $6 an hour. He sexually assaulted y'all tens of thousands of times. Sometimes on occasions, all four of y'all at the same time. And you stayed for 20 years, only getting paid $6 an hour. You mean to tell me y'all, don't nobody believe that bullshit. It's all about money. I'm going to tell you what really happened. What happened is this man is 90 years old or about to be 90 years old. He's getting up there in age to the point where his mind is probably gone and he's no longer in control of all of his money. He probably has not a beneficiary, but what do they call them? A power of attorney where he has certain people. Girl, you look like a damn fool. I ain't even gonna turn this camera around. He probably has somebody that's over his money, that's a family member, the lawyer, somebody. He's probably he don't have access to his money like he used to. So, I'm going to tell you what happened. Did nothing happen to these women. Everything that happened, I guarantee you, it was 100% voluntary. Now, 20 years you stayed and all of this stuff happened to you. Now, all of a sudden, you want to come forward and sue for $50 million a piece, but you was only making $6 an hour? You could have worked at McDonald's and made more than that. You could do, sometimes, goddamn it, for my hustle, I go do Grubhub or DoorDash. You can make $20, $30 an hour sometimes. So you mean to tell me you stayed in this man's house making $6 an hour while you were mentally and physically being assaulted and abused? The man don't have access to his money no more. So now that money is cut off, that means you cut off. He wasn't giving you no damn $6 an hour. I don't believe that. You ain't getting that money like you was getting before. Now it's a problem. And they probably telling you that, you know what? We're about to downsize from this big ass mansion because everybody is gone. He don't need this property. We're about to downgrade to something like a condo or something in Miami. I don't know. But we appreciate y'all for y'all services. We're going to give y'all a severance package of we're going to give y'all $200,000 a piece. Thank you for the loyalty, something like that. Or we could probably keep one of y'all, but we don't need all four of y'all because we don't have this big ass mansion no more. Now comes in their head that, oh, we got to get some money. Ain't no fucking way. Ain't no way, man. Come on. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. It's so much I could say about this, it don't make no sense. But I'm going to tell you how these women are. Also these men. It ain't just the women, but it's the majority of these women. They will screw you. You ain't even got to have money. You can just have a little bit of celebrity status. You can be a bootleg like me, Facebook celebrity. People will try to get with you or do things just to say, oh, I hit that. You think dudes are the only ones that brag to dudes like, yeah, man, I hit that. I got that. Women do it too. I promise you right now, I can hit the lottery. It's going to be somebody come out the woodwork like, yeah, when we were 5 years old, we were riding bikes and James touched my behind. Yeah, I did. I did it. I ain't finna lie. I did it. I'm not finna sit here and act like I ain't did it back when I was a kid. We all did different things and everything was consensual. See, people love when you do things with them and y'all had these relationships and all of that. Everything is perfectly fine. You break up or you no longer with the person. Years go by, y'all still don't have no beef, no bad blood. But as soon as that man or that woman comes into some money, it ain't even got to be millions. It can be a couple thousand. As soon as that person comes into some money, here come all the people out the woodwork. Win the lottery. Just win the lottery and watch how your so-called family members that never ever talk to you come out the woodwork. Win the lottery and watch how these women that you used to mess with back in the day 20, 30 years ago come out and say, oh, you got a kid. Win the lottery. Become a celebrity. Get a record deal. Become a movie star. Get a movie deal. Become a YouTuber and start making money and watch how all these people come out the woodwork. You can be best friends with somebody, a man or a woman. Y'all can grow up together, been together y'all whole life. Best friends. I guarantee you that the majority of those best friends gonna fall out when it come to money. It's all about money. Money, money, money. But again, my personal opinion, I don't think Smokey Robinson did that. Same thing that happened with Bill Cosby. Y'all wait 30, 40 years to come forward and say he did something. Why you wait that long? And why is the amount that these celebrities get sued for, why is it always $50 million? Like clockwork, $50 million. But you really mean to tell me old Smokey Robinson, Mr. Baby, let's cruise, sexually assaulted you? I'm trying to be careful with my words. Ain't no way. Ain't no, over a 20-year period, ain't no way. Sometimes all four of y'all at the same time, ain't no way. You stayed in this man's house making $6 an hour. Ain't no way. Y'all lying. It's all about money. It's all about money. It's all about money. I'll say it again. It's all about money. Anyway, it's your boy Chicago's very own James J. Hustle. Ugly ass milk dud. Handsome but not that handsome. Ugly but not that ugly. Hawthorne, reporting to you live from GNN. That's Ghetto News Network. And y'all be safe, people. Let me go and get my gas.